Torrent Tragedy, Curse of the Urn by Raquel Zepeda Fitzgerald. Book 1 in the Nocturnal's Vampire series. When Alexa Romani published her book, she had an encounter with a cyber pirate. After Torrent master, Freddy Woodley ignored her cease and desist letter, she cursed him. This is an excerpt from chapter 6. On the day after the deadline, Freddie received a beautiful urn. When they unboxed it, they placed it on his credenza. After that, it could not be moved and seemed to be glued to it. He waved it off because it was truly beautifully adorned. Next morning around 10 AM, Steve walks into his office to tell him about the surge they just had in downloads of that new book. Right before Steve came in, he heard a sound like something had been dropped into the urn sitting on his credenza. When Steve looked at him, he gasped and said, "What happened to your teeth?" "What do you mean? Your tooth? You're missing a tooth," he said. "That's crazy." But then he could feel that he was missing one front tooth. Freddie got on the phone immediately to his dentist's office for an emergency appointment. The next day his teeth looked fine. He was wearing a fake temporary tooth. At noon, Steve ran into Freddie's office telling him that they just had another surge of downloads of the sorceress book. As he walked back to his desk, he heard some noise coming from Frederick's office, like something hitting a metal plate. Frederick could feel about 20 of his teeth being pulled out of his mouth all at once. His mouth was bleeding. There was blood all over his face. It was dripping down to his clothes. He looked in the mirror and gasped. Freddie was going mad. What was worse, he looked like a madman. He was even frothing at the mouth. Except it wasn't foam on his lips, it was blood. Freddie was a scary, bloody mess. He stumbled back to his desk. As he got his balance and sat in his executive chair, he heard sounds coming from the urn. "That sound," he said to himself. "It's the sound of my teeth in that urn." Freddie yelped and jumped back at the sight of his teeth in the urn. It was horrifying. Then he noticed that there was a card inside the lid, written elaborately in calligraphy. It read, "Cyber pirate, beware of whom you plunder. Alexa's spell will take you asunder. No pirate shall be who steals from me. With the curse of the urn, you will feel the burn. With every cent in your web cart, you will lose a body part. Sincerely, Alexa Romani." Thank you for listening to this excerpt of Torrent Tragedy. Torrent Tragedy, a chilling account of a gruesome 21st century cyber world curse that states, "With every cent in your web cart, you will lose a body part." For more information, please go to rzfbooks.com.